Yeah, we were running one on more customers, right? Please interact. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please interact. So permanent mode mapping is this can be used for more than one customer and generally for the mass production. I hope you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These are the steps here. Permanent mode mapping. See, this is the product. This is the first step, second step, third step, and fourth step. This is your fixed half. This is your moving half. What is this? Can you read? Siddharth?
Spray nozzle, right, sir?
Yeah. I am audible, no?
Sir, I have to increase your volume specifically, but yes,
Sorry.
somewhat audible. Somewhat audible, sir.
That I will. What I will do, I'll just go to some other place and let me see the difference. Just hold on for 2 minutes. Is there any improvement? This is the maximum improvement. Here. Yeah, now this frame nozzle it is just for cleaning this surface, this cavity surface, so that your metal will not stick. Metal will stick here. Now this is your movable half piece. This is for fixed half, and this is another movable half. This is moving with the help of this cylinder and piston. Okay, now movable half comes closer, and metal will go do this. And this is the core which is kept for generating the hole. So when the molten metal is poured, it is allowed to solidify. Now this moving half moves in the left hand direction. Here, this place. there is an error in this diagram. This product generally sticks to the moving hook because the ejection is from this moving hook. When it comes to the left hand side, there is the ejector rod which comes, which operates and it pushes the article. Normally, the article is doesn't remain. The article doesn't remain in the fixed hook because if it remains in the fixed hook, then there is no way to eject this component. This component cannot be ejected. That's why you have to ensure that this article or the product goes along with the moving. And that is the reason this is we are applying this spray nozzle so that the article doesn't sticks product doesn't stick to the fixed hub. It goes along with the moving hub. And once there is a sufficient gap, then the ejector rod is pushed so that the article falls on this height. That is called as opening. This opening should be more than the article thickness. Let's suppose if the article thickness is 100 mm, the opening should be more than 100 mm. Yeah, Peter, what is the use of the spray nozzle? What for we are spraying from the fixed ramp? Hello. Hello. Siddharth,
हाँ सर.
what is the use of spray nozzle? What for we are spraying on the fixed ramp?
So that the cast does not stick to the.
Very good.
No.
And how many hubs are there? There is one thing. How many hubs are there?
Two, na sir?
Yeah. One is called as the fixed hub and another is called as this is called as the moving hub.
Okay.
And this is
The fixed now.
shall I go to the next slide? Any doubt here?
No sir.
Please be interactive. So this is the steps. Now this is the cycle. Mold is pre-heated and coated with the lubricant to form easier separation of the plastics. The advantage, disadvantage is that low melting simple one. Right, low melting point. Can anybody guess? I don't know. Because if the melting point of the molten metal is more, then what will happen? It will melt the mold itself. You understood what it is?
Understood sir.
Yeah.
अगर melting point high रहेगा तो mold भी melt हो जाएगा ना?
Mold is made up of metal, so that is not made up of ceramics or higher melting point alloy. So we melt it.
Yes sir.
Then the die casting. The die casting is generally used for aluminium and magnesium. Generally it is used for aluminium and magnesium. That is rice cookers, stoves, fans, washing and drying machines, fridges. Why aluminium and magnesium? Because those are low melting point alloys. Aluminum or magnesium have a problem. And there are two types of die casting. One is hot chamber die casting and another is cold chamber die casting. One is hot chamber die casting, cold chamber. So in hot chamber die casting, the metal which is melted in a container. That container is an integral part of the machine itself. That is, in the machine there is a chamber in which the metal is melted. And in cold chamber die casting, the metal is melted outside the machine, and from that point, the metal is carried out into the machine. So that's why it is called the cold chamber machine. See now, hot chamber die casting machine. So this where the metal is melted. So this is a part of the machine itself. So metal is melted here and it is pushed through this hole through the screw. This is what is called as the screw. This is the piston cylinder arrangement which pushes the molten metal through this hole. This is a pot in which the metal is melting, and there is a hole here. Through this hole the metal is pushed, and this piston will force the molten metal to flow through the screw and runner to the die. These hub, they are also called as the platens. So this is what is a fixed hub or fixed platen, and this is your moving hub or moving platen. This is movable. This doesn't move. This is a toggle clamp. This toggle clamp, it clamps the fixed hub and the moving hub very rigidly. Why this rigid clamping is required? Because this molten metal is pushed under the pressure, and that pressure is called as the injection pressure. If this clamping is not sufficient, then due to this injection pressure, this platen may open. That is, this platen may go on the right hand side, and this hot metal will spill out through this open space, and it will cause severe damage. It will cause accident. The people standing around may die because of the hot molten metal. सर मी तुम्हाला देवला फोन करतो लेक्चर संपल्यावर. So because of this injection pressure, this molten metal will fly out. So that's why this moving hub has to close firmly, and only toggle fan or hydraulic clamping can give you sufficient pressure, and this pressure is called as the locking pressure. This is called as the locking pressure. This is your hot chamber die casting, wherein the metal is melted and simultaneously it is injected. Whereas in cold chamber, this will be far away and metal will be carried through the ladder and it will be poured. So these are the details. This is the procedure of hot chamber die casting. The productivity is very high. It can be used for further purposes and it gives very good surface finish. It is applicable, disadvantage is that it is applicable only for the simple shapes, but nowadays die casting technology is improved a lot, and even intricate shapes also can be generated. Majorly we do aluminium, and that's why it is also called as the aluminium die casting. This is the cold chamber is. So in cold chamber, the molten metal is melted quite far, and then there is a ladder to carry the molten metal and to pour the metal inside the mold. There is a cylinder piston arrangement for pushing the molten metal. Now this is what is your ladder is. which carries the molten metal far away from far away distance. See, this molten metal is poured here, and then under the action of cylinder and piston, it is pushed. Because there, why the metal has to be pushed? So that it can reaches in the cavities. Because this is now going under gravity. So that's why pressure is required, and this pressure is called as the injection pressure, and there is another pressure which is called as the locking pressure or clamping pressure. So this is your injection pressure, is clamping pressure or clamping pressure has to be more than the injection pressure. Hydraulics clamping are used on very often. So this is the procedure for the cold chamber bypass. Are you there with me?
Yeah, sir. Centrifugal casting. Right?
Yeah. Which pressure has to be more, clamping pressure or injection pressure?
Centrifugal has to be more if we have to create a hollow cast, right,
No,
sir?
no, no, no. I am talking about die casting. In die casting, we saw one is clamping pressure and another is locking pressure. So which has to be more?
Sir, if we want a smoother finish, then locking pressure, right, sir?
Locking. Why locking pressure should be more than the injection pressure? Anyone can answer.
Sir, we'll get a smoother mold, smoother product.
No, no, no.
No,
Anybody else? Sandra, are you there? Anyone? Nobody is responding. Where is that Omkar? Everybody has left the vote. Siddharth,
Sir, can you repeat?
नहीं sir.
what I was asking that why the clamping pressure should be more than the injection pressure in case of die casting. There are two pressures, isn't it? One is clamping pressure and another is injection pressure. So my question was why clamping pressure should be more than the injection pressure.
Because if the injection pressure is greater than the clamp would open, means it would
Correct.
ideally open up.
मतलब तो flattens है, the flattens will open, isn't it? And once the flatten, why it will open? Because injection pressure is more than the clamping pressure. Then what will happen? Yeah, Peter.
The molten metal will spread everywhere, come
Yeah,
out of the door.
molten metal will come out with the pressure, with the high pressure, and whoever is standing nearby, the operator, etc., they will burn, isn't it? They will get burned. You understood, Siddharth?
सर वो मोल्टेन मेटल बाहर आएगा नहीं समझा मतलब
वो इंजेक्शन प्रेशर ज़्यादा है ना. इंजेक्शन मतलब प्रेशर मतलब it is the pressure with which the metal, molten metal is injected in the cavities. अगर ये प्रेशर सपोज 15 है, 15 न्यूटन, और आपका क्लैंपिंग प्रेशर 10 न्यूटन है, तो इंजेक्शन प्रेशर क्या होगा? वो जो क्लैंप किया है दोनों हाथ, वो ओपन करेगा ना, उसको खोल देगा.
तो ओके सर.
तो अगर खुलेगा तो फिर वो जो मोल्टन मेटल है वो पूरा स्प्रेड हो जाएगा ना, पूरा बाहर आ जाएगा ना अंदर का प्रेशर.
यस
and
सर.
it is hot. So whoever is there in the nearby vicinity, they will all get burned.
गॉट इट सर.
Got it? The centrifugal casting is used for generating the hollow molds. Like जो अपना टैंक्स रहते हैं, बड़ा बड़ा टैंक्स, प्लास्टिक का टैंक्स रहते हैं, which you can see on the buildings. And basically it is used for round components. तो इसमें जो है the metal is forced centrifugally out. So this is the mold. This is the pouring basin through which the molten metal is coming. And and it is rotated so that molten metal is thrown due to the action of centrifugal force, and then it is allowed to cool so that it is solidified. So generally it is used for hollow pipes, hollow tanks, hollow round components, not square components. Centrifugal casting is divided into two parts. This horizontal centrifugal casting, which is also called the true centrifugal casting. So here the molten metal is poured into rotating mold. Mold is rotating in order to produce parts like fans, tubes, rings. This is your horizontal centrifugal casting. How the mold is rotating? Can anybody tell me how the mold is rotating here on the diagram? Maybe perhaps technical or teacher may be able to tell.
सर वो ड्राइव रोलर पे बेल्ट्स लगाते हैं, so that is how the mold is rotated, right?
Yeah, drive rollers they are rotating, and because of these drive rollers are rotating, your mold will also rotate. Okay, and then your molten metal will get stick on the walls of the mold, and then it is allowed to cool. Okay, good. So in case of horizontal centrifugal casting, the mold is rotating. Whereas in case of vertical centrifugal casting, the mold is stationary. And due to the centrifugal actions, the centrifugal force is used to throw the material away from the center on the walls of the mold. This is your vertical centrifugal casting, where the molten metal is thrown. Generally, horizontal centrifugal casting is preferred. So this is horizontal and this is vertical. देखिए हॉरिजॉन्टल सेंट्रीफ्यूगल कास्टिंग में मोल्ड रोटेट हो रहा है और वर्टिकल सेंट्रीफ्यूगल कास्टिंग में ये जो मोल्टन मेटल है it is thrown with the help of the centrifugal force. So that there is some arrangement. With that arrangement, the molten metal can be thrown outward. Is these two diagrams clear? Should I go ahead?
Sir, can you explain the second one, vertical
In
centrifugal
vertical
casting?
centrifugal motion, now जो molten metal है that is thrown outwards. आपका जो washing machine मालूम है, washing machine में when you stop the washing machine, what do you observe? That your components, your clothes, they are they are sticking to the tub because they have thrown outwards. And we have learned in 12th standard also centrifuge, which is used for removing the impurities from the blood sample. How the impurities are removed? The impurities because they are heavy, they are thrown outwards. So similarly here, the molten metal, this is a rotating disc, okay, through which this is rotating, and the molten metal from the ladder which is passed through this disc, and a disc missing, this molten metal is thrown outwards, and this disc is rotating. Since this disc is rotating, molten metal which is coming out from this disc, it will be thrown on the walls of the mold. This is a mold because of the centrifugal action. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, understood.
So if the molds are heavy, like bigger tanks, 5,000 liter, 10,000 liters, then which process will adopt? Whether we'll adopt horizontal or whether we'll adopt vertical. For if you want to make a smaller tanks and if you want to make a bigger tanks. So for the bigger tanks, hollow tanks, which method you will adopt? Whether you
Vertical.
adopt vertical, because the mold will be heavy and it will be difficult to rotate the mold, isn't it? So if the molds are lighter, If the products are lighter, then obviously you will go for horizontal centrifugal casting. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah. So this you can go through this textual explanation because I'll be uploading this advantages etc. Now I explained this. Then there are disadvantages like contamination of the internal surface of the castings with non-material inclusion. This is the biggest disadvantage. Sometimes the diameter is not concentric and it is not round. The diameter of the mold it is not perfectly round. But that doesn't matter, even if it is slightly oblong, because the purpose is to store the liquid, to store the water. There is no any relative movement. Relative movement नहीं होगा. It is not going to fit inside any component. So even if the diameter is not perfectly round, it doesn't make any difference. Another bigger disadvantage is that if you want to make a say square tank or rectangular tank, then that is not possible with this centrifugal casting. It is only for the round components. Okay, so can anybody summarize what are the type of the castings we have learned so far? Whatever you remember, you don't have to scare. Peter,
Wax
uh,
wax casting, sand casting, vertical centrifuge, horizontal centrifuge, then casting with permanent or one-time use molds.
that is for the expandable mode and permanent
Yeah,
mode. That is for the
expandable molds.
permanent mode. Okay. Most important today I taught you one.
So the nozzle one that you are talking
Yeah.
In this,
about,
Nozzle one.
I forgot the name. Sorry,
Hot
process.
chamber die casting and cold chamber
Hot
die
chamber,
casting.
hot chamber die casting and cold chamber.
Cold chamber. What are the different
एग्जाम
type of?
पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू के हिसाब से सर इट कैरीज मोर वेटेज राइट.
Yes. What are the different type of patterns we studied? If you remember, just tell me two, three patterns. Type of the patterns.
metal patterns, wooden patterns, and wax patterns.
There is something called as a single piece pattern or loose piece pattern or skeleton pattern that also we saw, isn't it? What is the life of thermocol pattern?
One-time
Or
use, only once.
only one number. Pattern can be made from the thermocol also. So now let us study the molding cat. One student was asking how sand rigidity. Was wondering whether the sand will not collapse. So that is the property of the sand, the rigidity. So the major part of the molding material in this sand casting are this silicon oxide. Then there is the bonding material which holds the sand particles together and 86% of water. Different types of molding sand are grain sand. This is slightly theoretical. Grand sand, bone sand, facing sand, backing sand, and parting sand. What are the ingredients of the molding sand? So ingredients are grains plus batter plus water and plus we are adding some additives. There is something called the refractory sand gauge. The purpose of refractory sand gauge is to withstand the temperature. To withstand the temperature. And then alumina that is L2O3, that is the best. So refractory sand is made up of silica sand that is SiO2, alumina that is L2O3, and magnesium oxide that is MgO2. So it provides refractoriness. Refractoriness means heat resistance, resistance to the heat. chemical resistivity and permeability. Permeability means what? If there are any gases, then that gases should come out. So it should be slightly porous also. It should be porous enough to allow the gas, and it should not be porous so that the molten metal also should ooze out. Understand ना? लाइक अपना पानी का मटका रहता है ना पानी का, तो उसमें से कैसा हल्का सा पानी बाहर आता है and that evaporates and अंदर का पानी ठंडा रहता है पूरा का पूरा if the whole if it is not porous if the holes are bigger then मटके के अंदर का पानी पूरा बाहर आ जाता है. So similarly here in case of sand also permeability means what? It will allow only gas to come out because if the gas is trapped inside the casting then that will cause the blowholes. It will cause the blowholes. And once these blowholes are developed inside the castings, then during use or during service, what will happen? It will produce the crack. This blowhole will increase, and finally your product uh, will fail when it is in use or when it is in service. So it is like हम लोग बोलते हैं ना अरे पेट में गैस हो गया. So how uncomfortable you feel. So same thing, if the gas is not removed, then it is dangerous to the product, it is dangerous to the customers. Binders provide the necessary binding strength and it water function of the water is to develop necessary plasticity. That is the sand should flow also. What are the different type of additives we are using? Using coal dust and every additive has its own function. Like coal dust is used for protecting the mold surface against the action of the molten metal. So the mold surface is protected. It also gives the true surface heat. Then there is something chemical which is called as dextrin. So that is used for increasing the toughness and collapsibility. Increasing the toughness of the mold. When you have iron oxide powder, which is used for hot strength and anti-metal titration powder. Then molasses. Molasses is nothing but your dry strength right there and anti-collapsibility. That is called as the molasses. So high molasses is powder. High molasses is powder का मतलब क्या है? Either it has got good dry strength and high collapsibility. Refractory means as the word indicates, it means this high temperature resistance. Strength means it should retain the shape of the mold. The mold का जो हम लोग pattern डालते हैं, the shape है, shape should not collapse until and unless your product is solidified and cool. Then flowability, if the sand is flowable, then only it can acquire the shape of the pattern. And permeability, as I told, that it allows the gases to flow outside. And this permeability is also called as the venting. Venting is nothing but the gas is allowed to go out. These are again some important properties. It is cohesiveness and adhesiveness. You know in 12th standard physics you have learned what is cohesive and what is adhesive. Cohesiveness means within. It is suppose if I have liquid then within the liquid and if that liquid is kept in a solid glass then the bonding between the solid and liquid that is glass surface and liquid that is what is called adhesiveness. It's a cohesiveness with the ability of holding sand to adhere to each other and adhesiveness is nothing but to adhere to the walls of the molding sand. Then collapsibility means that after solidification the sand should collapse also. And then this pattern allowances we have covered up. I just flipped through it very fast. That is shrinkage allowance, draft allowance, machining allowance, and draft allowance is 1 to 3 degrees so that your component can be removed easily. Your product can be removed easily. And these are the model tools, so that we'll discuss later. If you have any doubts, you can please ask.
No, sir. Just the notes of dies and casting will be uploaded.
Yeah, yeah, these are enough.
ठीक है.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.